The views and opinions expressed by the host do not necessarily state or reflect those of the guests. Furthermore, the views and opinions of the guests do not necessarily state or reflect those of the host. I'm a stupid robot.
Give it up for the funny, the hilarious. King of the open micers and the one-liners, Alonzo Cantu.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
assistant Mary Nelson has vanished from the
computers indicate that whatever caused it came from somewhere in the Pacific.
We'll start searching
searching that area immediately.
East.
That's right. That's right.
East.
Woo! Yeah, it's the Ace Man, live and direct. It is Saturday, the year of our Lord 2024, July the 13th, and I'm in here with one of my favorite comedians,
East.
very special guest, the king of San Antonio comedy in San Antonio itself, Mr. Warren Greed. Oh yeah, give it up for Warren Greed.
East.
That's probably really too loud, but who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck. Too cool to care. That's kind of my whole ethos around here. Let me pull the chat up real quick, but it's going to make me log into it. Let's see if it'll just pull right up for daddy. All right. Chat is live. Chat is live. We are live. This is BFI's, the only radio show hosted by a stand-up comedian, the only podcast hosted by a stand-up comedian in the world.
East.
I'm turning that shit down a little bit. Damn, dog. I'm turning myself on. All right. Yeah. We got a lot of topics today. I was trying to pull up the shit. I gotta figure out how to watch clips better on the internet, because that's the easiest way to do shit. You just pull up some clips, you sit back. Whoever's fat, call him fat. Whoever's ugly, call him ugly. Collect the money, on to the next show. You know?
East.
Easy breezy.
Beautiful cover girl.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Yeah, I was about to say, man. What was it? Garnier had a good one. Fructis. Something about something in the morning, and Fructis or some shit. I don't know. Commercials used to mean something back in my day. It used to be worth fighting for. You want to fight for this country? You're gonna fight for these commercials, bitch.
East.
Feeling good right now. I'm feeling beautiful. I can tell Warren's not liking being on camera. That's good.
Yeah, well, I was looking for the camera. I was like, oh, I guess he's not going to film that one. And then you got that little creepy spy cam.
What do you mean
That's
fucking creepy
it's-
spy
it's-
cam? 1 second. We're going to
it
get
is-
to Warren cam real quick. We're on Warren cam.
It is
Whoa.
imperceptible to the human eye.
It's called class, motherfuckers. And if you are watching right now, what I want you to do is put down your crack pipe, pick up your fucking finger, and like and subscribe this content. Click the like button, click the subscribe button, and then you can just fuck off. You don't even got to watch the rest of the show. I really don't care. Just click those two buttons and buy a fucking t-shirt. That's right. T-shirts are back in the fucking market. Let me turn down this other one. God damn it. There you go. Buy a shirt.
East.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Buy a shirt on badfirstimpressions.com. Click the shop button. It'll take you right there. But now that we got the ads out of the way, let's get to the motherfucking...
Were those ads?
Those are ads? Yeah, those are what we call them. Plugs.
Plugs.
Calls to action. Like and subscribe. Suck my dick. Eat my ass. I don't know, man. I'm trying to juice myself up. I'm trying to figure out what's a better way to begin the show, to start it off low energy and then go high energy, or go high energy and then go higher energy, and then just keep on fucking building up until I just break through the screen and take the money right out of your fucking wallet.
I like to start low, and then somewhere and then finish low, and somewhere around the middle you continue to be low, and then no one has fun.
That's what I was thinking. See, what happened was when I get tripped up at the beginning of the show, if everything goes right, I'm just like, yeah, I got this. But if it doesn't, I got to trick the viewer into thinking something's happening, but getting, and then they're lulled to sleep like a fucking baby. They're like, damn, something's going on. This is a good show. I like this. Let me like and subscribe to my fucking t-shirt. All right. So Warren got a chance to view my beautiful cat. What'd you think, Warren?
It was fat.
East.
Well, I'm glad that Warren brought that up because his cat looks ugly as shit. actually, and I put a picture of his ugly ass fucking cat on here, but I'm not gonna get struck down. All right. And also, I've been working on some AI cat pornography to humiliate Warren's cat. I'm gonna put it online, and after everybody sees what a cat slut Warren's cat is, hopefully it'll develop a problem and kill itself. That's what we're doing.
Aced.
Call my cat fat again, Warren. See what it gets you. Fucking look at you with your giraffe body insulting another beautiful living man's cat.
I don't want to look at my giraffe body.
I don't want to either.
don't
You know how
wanna
many
see it.
lights? I had to buy 2 extra lights and I still haven't lit your visage.
Yeah, well, you have the skeleton, I don't want to sit next to that guy.
Yeah, you got the skeleton that just really
Arm, so.
exemplifies your skeletal features. It's beautiful, man. So Warren,
Aced.
you keep up with the news lately?
Do I what? Do I keep? Yeah, I started ordering the paper. I get the paper every morning. Well, most mornings, unless someone steals it. Some hooligans in my neighborhood are stealing my paper before I can get to it.
Is that true? Did you actually start? Not the hooligans part. I
Yeah.
believe that, but have you actually started ordering the paper?
Yeah, it's nice. It's
How
nice.
much does that cost?
It's too expensive for what it's for like what
it
for,
is.
like what you're actually getting. Yeah.
How much is it? Like $7 a month or $12 a month or some shit?
I don't even remember. I got there was a promotion, so I think I'm paying a pretty dirt cheap price now, but I think afterwards it's like $30 a month because they sell each.
I guess it's
paper.
every day, so you get I guess that that kind of evens out. I guess it's not that crazy.
Yeah, I mean, because if you're just buying the individual paper, it's $3 a paper.
What do you go for first? The comics?
No, there's only comics on Sundays, I think.
No,
I
they
don't
just
know.
have a lot of comics on Sundays. They have a couple
Oh,
comics
yeah.
every day, I think. Just like
I think the black and white ones, yeah, but
the colors are on Sunday.
it's usually tucked away in the sports section. I usually throw that one out because I'm an intellectual.
Yeah, I'm not really a sports guy either, but
Aced.
I don't want to read about sports. Like I'll watch a sport, maybe.
you don't want to read about the beauty of sport.
No.
I think I'd be more into sports if I was more into betting, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel the same way. I feel like if I had some skin in the game.
Yeah. And I feel like I think I'm going to start betting. That's like the one vice I don't have. And my life's getting a little boring. It's going a little too like the right way, Things are looking too up for Alonzo. Let's throw an albatross around my neck, that is gambling. But I think that'll just add to my character and overall be a good investment.
I would start with MMA. I think that's when I was really into it. I wanted to put money down, but you're technically not allowed to sport bet in Texas, but there's tons of ways around it.
Yeah, like you just talk to some fucking guy that's doing it,
Or there's some websites that just don't really care about state laws and they just let you do it no matter where you're at.
Well, I think if you do it with crypto, there's really,
can do it
what
with
you do
crypto
is you
too, yeah.
buy tokens with crypto, or you buy tokens
Mm-hmm.
and then the tokens are worth a certain amount of money, and then you gamble with the tokens, and then you can
Yeah.
get that back. And I think they give you I think the tokens are only worth a certain amount, but then they give you like a amount of free tokens, so it kind of evens out. I don't know. That's what I'm saying, dude. It is really insidious, honestly. The amount of gambling that's been pushed and stuff, especially in like the live streaming area.
Yeah. It's all gambling and dick pill ads now.
Yeah, like I watch Freevee at work, the like Amazon Free channel, and almost every other ad is some kind of gambling app, and it's honestly scary. I don't know if that's like what is it when you get older and you just think that everything sucks, but maybe it was always that gross before. But it feels like I don't know. I'm trying to put it into words because I'm like, do I really care? Should people have the freedom to? But that's what I hate about it, is that the money is just going directly to some evil person. You know what I mean? It's not like some good guy is making money off of gambling. It's got to be some big cigar smoking, Disney villain that's obviously making the money.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Warren, did you make the disclaimer you are not a regulator on this episode yet?
I'm not a regulator.
What? I have no idea. That's what Zandy in
Regulator?
the chat's saying. The chat is live, everybody.
No.
Chat saying, Warren G, make the disclaimer. He is not a regulator on this episode yet, question mark. I
Not-
forgot the question mark. That
I'm not-
mean anything to you, Warren?
I love the movie Young Guns, Regulators. Or is she talking about the hit Warren G song,
I would assume
Regulators?
the hit Warren G song
I
Regulators.
don't know. Is that the song? I've never heard of this man.
Warren G?
before, until I moved here. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I just hit the east side of the LBC on a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G.
He's a rapist.
Yeah, he's a rapist.
Interesting.
All right. Well, did I ask you, you heard about the Alec Baldwin case?
The shooting case?
Yes,
That's what's going
exactly.
on? Yeah, sure.
Alec Baldwin shot a lady in cold blood. And that's exactly what happened and how it happened. So let me see. Let me see if this video shines any light on the situation. Have you heard anything about it? Apparently, Alec Baldwin was on the set of a movie called Rust that he was producing. You know, he was financing the movie, and they were doing it in Mexico on the cheap. And apparently, when he was supposed to be shooting a gun at the camera that was like a prop gun, it had a real bullet in it, and it shot the director lady that was behind the camera. You know, which you would think would happen way more in like rap videos. You know, but it never seems to happen. But in the old Western one, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but apparently, let's just see what this guy says about it. Because have you heard anything about it? You did not keeping up with Alec Baldwin?
I haven't been keeping up recently. I feel like I saw something in the news a while ago.
All right, let's see. Let's get the settings up on this bitch. All right, let's play.
Good evening. We begin with breaking news from New Mexico, where
Lester
just a
Holt.
short time ago, the criminal case against Alec Baldwin was dismissed. Baldwin's trial on a charge of involuntary manslaughter in the deadly shooting on the Rust movie set coming to an abrupt and dramatic end after the defense claimed the prosecution withheld evidence about ammunition on the Rust set. The judge dismissing the case with prejudice after holding a hearing on a motion by the defense for dismissal. NBC's Chloe Melas is here. Chloe, a stunning end to this trial.
Lester.
Know what it takes to shoot a fucking director on your own set? Pair of brass balls to shoot a fucking director. Put the gun down. Shooting guns is for closers.
Alec Baldwin, breaking news. He's breaking down in tears. The judge dismissed this case, and the decision came after the judge determined that prosecutors, they withheld evidence.
This is critical evidence in the case that was never disclosed to us. This is not the first time. It's not the second time. It's not even the third time. It's time for this case to be dismissed, Your Honor.
The pivotal moment in Alec Baldwin's criminal trial seen here when the actor's legal team claimed
I bet Alec Baldwin was like, come on, let me go up there and just drop a couple lines. Trust me, I can really clinch this one. Just let me go up there and say a couple things.
I feel like an actor could really defend himself in court. I think.
Oh, yeah. I think it's their greatest role.
New
Tom
Mexico
Cruise.
I had this theory that like actors like kill somebody and then get like arrested for it and then have to act their way out of it, and that's how they get into like the secret society of actor Illuminati shit. That's like their initiation.
prosecutors did not disclose new evidence pertaining to the live rounds found on the Rust film set in 2021.
This is a wild goose chase. This has no evidentiary value whatsoever.
Look at those big stupid glasses Alec Baldwin's never worn a day in his life. Do you see those big old honking?
Yeah.
I'm going to
Coming from me too.
recess you for the day. I'm sorry.
The judge sending the jury home on Friday as she decided whether to dismiss the case against Baldwin.
The prosecution getting the case dismissed only 3 days into testimony is worse than even a not guilty verdict.
The state's willful withholding of this information was intentional and deliberate. Your motion to dismiss with prejudice is granted.
Rust cinematographer Helena Hutchins was killed on the New Mexico film set after a gun Baldwin was holding fired a live round of ammunition.
We find the defendant Hannah.
I think I've said this many times before, but imagine how embarrassing it is to murder somebody and then be like dressed up like a retarded cowboy and have to like undress out of your stupid costume and all that. Like have to talk to the cops dressed up like an old Western, mining prospector. That's got to be great.
Gutierrez guilty.
In March, the film's armorer Hannah Gutierrez-Reed was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter and is currently serving an 18-month prison sentence. Her attorney telling NBC News this new information is grounds to overturn her conviction. NBC News has reached out to New Mexico special prosecutors for comment. A plot twist no one saw coming. Alec Baldwin's involuntary manslaughter charges dismissed.
So, Chloe, what happens next?
So, Lester, Alec Baldwin.
All right. And there's also a funny clip where like during the trial, he like leaves, he gets up to leave and then comes back in with a cup of coffee. He just like leaves mid-trial to go give himself some coffee. It's pretty great.
It's a pretty anticlimactic ending to it, though. 'Cause, I would like to see the actual legal arguments, for and against,
Left
because
court
it is
with-
such a interesting case. Like,
Well, I gotta wonder is are they going to now file a lawsuit against the state? That seems like the next step. Like you got to file a lawsuit for that shit. Because like, what's the? It doesn't seem like the state's going to do anything to self-regulate there. So the only kind of recourse is to file like a civil lawsuit and take it out of their pockets.
you talking the family fire?
Well, I'm not
filing a
talking
lawsuit?
about.
Or-
Well, I'm talking about Alec Baldwin now filing a lawsuit
Yeah.
against the state for the fucking for the court. Or you think he's just gonna let it go and just be like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna let sleeping dogs lie"?
I mean, he should, because like I mean, because he wasn't found not guilty of involuntary manslaughter. The case was just dismissed. So like, you would think if he cares about his reputation, he wouldn't. It would seem vindictive to.
From what I've seen about Alec Baldwin, and I'm not, I'm just saying, I don't think he really does give a shit too much.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Or his
hard to-
reputation is like, you know what? This is how I'm going to prove that I'm innocent, is by getting money from these people that tried to convict me. So then when anybody ever brings it up, I can go, oh, look at this motherfucker. Sorry. So if anybody brings it up, is that the guy that? Okay, so let's look at this thing. So are we done with that? And do you have any other thoughts on the Alec Baldwin thing?
No. If you want to move on.
Let's see what chat says. No, we don't gotta move on. I didn't know because you said it's pretty anticlimactic. I don't know if you had any. I don't know if it's boring.
Well, it's not. I think it's very interesting. Like, because I mean, it was obviously an accident, but someone died and someone's got to be held accountable. And it's like I've heard good arguments from friends who are for and against. Like, some just really hate Alec Baldwin because he made fun of Trump. So like they're like, no, he should definitely go to jail. And time you're handling even a prop firearm, you have to use gun safety. I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. Like that gun, he should have checked the gun. Him.
It's like that's
himself when he
technically
got it.
correct.
Yeah. And like I'm not saying like he should be not guilty. It's just it's a big legal gray area, and for them to not even play out the case is pretty disappointing.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's like but so what I want to know is, I guess we should have looked at what. So basically the evidence was that there was like some ammunition that the state was holding back. And also there was also some funky shit with the firearm stuff, like where they when they're doing the firearm test for the accidental mishandling discharge test or something like that, whatever they call it. They somehow messed up the firing pin, so they weren't able to recreate the test if anybody was trying to recreate their findings, which is pretty shady. So
Yeah.
I mean, and here's the thing, I don't know why, but I just like to see when celebrities get any kind of comeuppance.
Yeah.
But it was just like very not surprising that nothing happened, to Alec Baldwin. Anticlimactic, I guess so. But then at the same time, it's like, what did I think was going to happen? It's almost like with the whole P. Diddy thing. I wouldn't be surprised if something happens like that with P. Diddy. Where it's this whole like long, because that's what's happening with the Young Thug trial. Are you been watching that?
No.
Oh, not at all.
No, is that still going? Wasn't he just
You're talking thing about YNW Melly. There was a mistrial with his murder thing, and then they just set a new date for the trial. So yeah, they're really trying to get that dude, and they'll probably do the same thing with Young Thug. So what happened was one of the judges put one of the lawyers in contempt, for trying to bring up the fact that the judge was having a secret meeting with one of the main witnesses in the state without the defense, there. And then when the judge was asking him, how did you know this? That was a private meeting. How do you know that happened? You got to give me the name of the person that told you. He refused to. And then he's like, all right, well, you're going to spend the next 20 weekends in jail and all that. And so
some bullshit.
Yeah, but then apparently now the judge realizes that is some bullshit after people were telling him like, yeah, you're probably gonna fucking, this is gonna be bad for you. So he sent in a request for recusal, or not recusal, but to have another judge look over if he should recuse himself.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to file against that judge and saying, well, she's not impartial because she's on the same, team with this guy, and she's donated to his campaign finances. But apparently she's like, no, that didn't happen. And so she's like not going to recuse herself either. So there's a lot of people saying that needs to be recused, but it's very interesting. I think the Young Thug has a good chance of, if not beating this case, getting out some kind of appeal. But apparently you don't know about that. So
I don't know anything.
yeah,
about
we already
that,
talked about
yeah.
that last episode. Who gives a shit? All right, so let's look at this right here. And let's see what does chat say? Baldwin going to come out with a rap album now? Very good. Spit some lines to Baldwin. Right, that is pretty shady. Picture of the gun he used. I could just Google it. Yeah, just Google it. It's like a revolver. It's like an Old West gun. All right, let's see. So I saw this earlier. So Switzerland bans suicide capsule dubbed the Tesla of euthanasia that was due to be used for the first time this month and threatens to prosecute assisted dying advocates behind it. So I don't know if you heard anything about that. Probably not, right?
No, I haven't heard
Yeah.
that.
All right. So a death capsule designed to carry out assisted suicide has been banned by prosecutors in Sweden weeks before it was set to be used for the first time. And I can even, why not? I'll just throw this display up so you guys can read along with me and look at the stupid pictures. So this is the death capsule right here. Looks kind of dope. I wouldn't mind dying in that. What do you think?
What does it do? They said it was a Tesla of suicide. Does it electrocute you, or?
So what it does, that's good. I like that. Let me see.
Genuine question.
No, it is. It's a
Yeah.
good question. So what it does is, let me see. So it fills up with some kind of gas, so you pass out first. Let me see. Let me look up gas in that. Control F. Sorry, guys.
Because they have legal assisted suicide there, right?
In Sweden?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't want this one. Let me see.
Yeah, that's would be confusing to me. Is
I think I just heard about them legally assisted suiciding somebody. Oh my God, Daily Mail. You know what? You guys are pieces of shit. There was somebody that was like clinically depressed or whatever, and got the state to assisted suicide them. And I thought it was in Canada, but it might have been somewhere else. Let me see.
yeah, I think I remember an article about that.
Yeah, sorry.
A specific one.
An early version of the sarcopod, which can be operated internally, works by reducing oxygen levels. No one has yet used it. The final prototype is in the finishing stages of being prepared. Look at this piece of shit. Look at this literal devil. I don't know. Can you, like, if you're going to be, let me see, Australian euthanasia activist Philip Nietzsche, the man behind the Sarco, why couldn't you just find somebody that didn't look so fucking, like, cartoonishly villainous, you know? Look at that. Look at him with his circle glasses. And I'm not even against killing yourself. I think that's, you know, why not if you feel bad? Let's see. Public prosecutor Peter Stitcher warned of serious consequences. Sorry. In their lives in a peaceful way. All right. I just wanted to play this video real quick, but it's probably going to make me watch a fucking ad, isn't it? Come on. Yeah, it is. All right, let me cut that off. We're not watching an ad together. I'll watch it myself. I'll take this fucking sling for you guys. I want to see if they say anything interesting about the Sarco Kill Yourself pod. And if they don't, that's a shame. But any first impressions on that, Warren?
So it just reduces oxygen until you're dead?
I don't know. Hopefully it explains it here.
The simplicity of its innovative technology is a wonder to behold.
It's utopian. It's Brave New World stuff.
Sorry, guys.
Previously unthought of.
When I first heard about the Sarco, I got very excited because it seemed such a wacky idea. But then I thought about it and I thought, you know, this is actually what I've been thinking about a lot.
Killing myself.
I became involved in this project when Philip entered my office a couple of years ago. And he looked like a very nice man. I had no idea who he was. He is a nice man, but he's also called Dr.
Does not look like a very nice man.
I think he looks like a nice man. I don't know what you're. I think you're.
When the world's first law came in,
You think this guy looks nice?
I was
Yeah.
involved as
I don't think he looks evil.
He looks evil.
Maybe in context with the suicide pod.
Wanting to
then
help-
Maybe in context with the suicide pod.
terminally ill
Yeah.
people
You could
die,
see
and
it,
I thought I could give a lethal injection, but I'd rather have a machine.
drinking
so
a
that
drink.
They could press the button and allow the drugs to
A
flow
chocolatey
to the end of
drink.
their life.
Yeah, this is
So I
this
built a
just his
machine,
work day. This
the
is his job.
deliverance machine, and it
Can't drink a
was
coffee
used
on
by
your
poor
job?
people to have a peaceful death. But the idea of using a machine to allow a person to have absolute control really has been a long-term interest of mine.
I didn't know how to react. I never thought about the subject before. I thought if I don't help him, he probably goes to someone else. We can help him.
Classic
The
drug
old-
dealer mentality.
The old capitalist argument.
Yeah. Hey, if
We
I
don't
don't
do
sell
it.
this person crack, this pregnant lady crack, she's just gonna get it from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Sarco's euthanasia device. It uses liquid nitrogen to lower the oxygen levels, delivering a peaceful death within minutes. Whoever made this video player, I hope they use the
Inspiration for
sarcopod.
Sarco actually came from a sarcophagus. You need some sort of an
So
engine,
chat says
so
that
the base,
yes, they do have
and
assisted suicide in
because
Sweden.
The idea was that you can place it in a beautiful
So what's the
environment.
problem?
So we brought it up, and so you could look out through a window, because you need to be in a capsule, otherwise the
Look out at the window while people are masturbating to you killing yourself. It's like, oh yes,
with nitrogen
sarcopod.
doesn't work. So that immediately became a vehicle. It's like designing your final transport.
And also, I like the way that it's got that kind of sense of movement.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just forward lines.
Yes. It looks like you're getting into a vehicle.
All right, well, what's your take on that?
Well, I think it's weird how much they care about what it looks like and the design and everything.
Yeah, right. That's like it's starting to go like, okay.
It's a little strange. I don't know. I mean, if it's legal there, what I am curious, like why
Let's figure it out.
why
Let me
this
see.
is the one.
Okay.
That, they're like, oh no, this is too far. Like, it sounds like the idea is that it slowly lowers the oxygen, so then like you don't even know that you're suffocating, and like you kind of pass out before you actually suffocate.
Let me see. So it's the prosecutions against anybody assisting someone to use the pods could face up to 5 years behind bars. So let's see why. Sorry guys. All right, let's bring this back up. We'll take a look together. All right, public prosecutor Peter Stitcher warned of serious consequences for Nietzsche. Let me see. Letter obtained by social media. There's no reliable information about the method of killing. It is completely unclear who has control over the mechanical process during the dying process. Prosecutors say that under Section 115, the Canton's Penal Code, this would be impossible to establish who is responsible for killing, and as a result, block the device's introduction. Let me see. So, while Australian researcher claims the device would give people a chance to end their lives in a peaceful way, pro-life groups have warned that the sleek, futuristic-looking pods glamorize suicide. A little bit, right? Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean it's glamorous, but
It is super glamorous. It's like a fucking yeah, it's very sexy. I kind of want to get in one, you know? Just I mean not to kill myself, but just take a nice nap. It looks comfortable.
yeah, I suppose suicide doesn't need a marketing department.
Yeah, maybe it does.
It's
I don't
like-
know.
It's like cigarettes, you know, they're already so appealing.
Wouldn't that be so weird though? It's like what we're actually just talking about when it came to the whole gambling thing. How it feels like so insidious that you know, you're just like seeing it everywhere. Maybe that's gonna be the new thing. We're gonna have like suicide companies and
Yeah.
suicide apps and shit like that, you know? The app that helps you get like kill yourself the quickest and the smoothest way.
Yeah, and it almost sound like and I wouldn't think this would be the case, but they're like almost describing it where like that pod's yours. So like I do wonder if like you die in that pod and then they stop using the pod, whether you get buried in it or whatever. So then it's like kind of your own thing. And that to me would be
Better?
sounds expensive. Well, no, it sounds expensive, so it's better for money making. It's like I think the more you kind of stylize and
so
glamorize this, the more you can charge for people to kill themselves.
that's a great fucking point. And what are they gonna need the money for? That's a good point. That's a great fucking market to go after. Oh, dude, I've been doing everything wrong.
Oh, that's what's been going on with fucking retirement homes. Retirement homes are some of the best investments right now, or 5 years ago.
Makes
If you
sense.
invest in a retirement home, you can cut costs. You can use paper sheets.
Yeah,
Where the hell
exactly.
are those guys going to go?
Put out cigarettes on them. Let me see. In an interview with Mail Online last year, Dr. Nietzsche explained that how his invention works. Jesus Christ. All right, guys. Let me reset my brain. The person will climb into the machine. They will be asked 3 questions, and they will answer verbally. Who are you? Where are you? Do you know what happens if you press the button? And if they answer those questions verbally, the software then switches the power on so that the button can be pressed. And if they press the button, they will die very quickly. When you climb into Sarco, the oxygen level is 21%. But after you press the button, it takes 30 seconds for the oxygen to drop to less than 1%, he said. The doctors plan to use Sarco for the first time. Caused an uproar from pro-life organizations, including CARE. It's so funny that pro-life in that situation just literally means pro not people killing themselves, and how they give you an abortion. You would think that most organizations are pro-life. It's such a funny, people are such weirdos when it comes to like the propaganda angle of it. It's very funny to me. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. It passed. It said a creator said in 2021, and it passed legal review in Switzerland, where assisted suicide is legal, and hundreds of people use the services of organizations such as Dignitas and Exit, a separate group to that of Dr. Nietzsche, and they do that every year. Hundreds of people use that every year in Sweden. Interesting. I wonder if you can travel to Sweden for like a suicide vacation.
Isn't that what that story was about? Was it a Canadian girl? I think I saw that story recently.
Oh,
like
the depression thing?
Yeah, she was so depressed. She was kind of catatonically, but I think the reason why it was in the news is because like she didn't actually live there or something. I don't know.
Okay, so what it is that it looks like they need to get Sarco certified under the country's Medical Devices Act, which it isn't.
Okay.
Because I guess there's no kind of chain that shows who's actually operating the machine.
So then what are they prosecuting? Like, it sounds like he just doesn't have approval. So why they prosecute? Is he using it? Like,
Well, I think the prosecution, I don't know if it's like prosecution criminal. I think it's like more of an injuncture, you know what I mean? To prevent it from being used. And then the threat is that if it is used before this, then, you could face this penalty. But they do say could. So I don't know. That is interesting because especially in Sweden, I mean, I don't know how their court system works. I don't know if they have juries and stuff because if it's already legalized, they might probably be like, all right, well, what are we going to criminalize this guy for? I think they'd have to have a situation where it seemed like kind of iffy if the person wanted to kill themselves or not. That is interesting. All right. Let's see what was next on the list. But yeah, any final thoughts? Let's see what chat's saying. Let me see. Maybe because they didn't account for the poop of the dead. That's a good point. Let me see. Yeah, right. You want to go in there where somebody shit themselves and died, and then you want to climb into the same one?
I think if you know you're gonna kill yourself, you would fast for a couple days to make sure you don't shit yourself.
You think so? Really?
That's what I would do. That, or you just don't care because you're dead and you eat 12 bean and cheese tacos immediately before. It could go either way.
I guess hydrogen does not make you hyperventilate like carbon dioxide or monoxide. What does dry ice do? Got to Google. All right, let me see. Implying millennials are going to be able to retire. I'm okay working forever. Oh, yeah, the retirement home conversation from earlier. All right, let's see what else is on the list. Anything on your mind? I don't want to just keep on hogging all the topics.
Dude, I don't know. My mind's pretty empty.
It's so zen of you.
Yeah. It's nice. It's a nice feeling.
All right, well, let's take a look. So did you hear about the richest man in Asia's son getting married?
You're talking about Jack Ma?
Jack Ma? Who's that? No, I think his name's like...
Richest man in China.
Richest man in China? No, this is the richest guy in Asia. Let me see. The youngest son of... All right, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Yeah, okay, let me see. Unmute site. All right. Mumbai, India, the AP. Youngest son of Mukesh Ambani, Asia's richest man, married his longtime girlfriend Saturday in what many dubbed the wedding of the year. attended by global celebrities, business tycoons, and politicians, highlighting the billionaire's staggering wealth and rising clout. The wedding rituals included exchanging garlands by the couple, walking around the sacred fire. Began Friday were completed by completed past midnight. What the fuck you guys? I wanted to see all the celebrities there. Let me see. So the 4-day wedding celebrations began Friday. I knew it was going to be a 4-day thing. That's so baller.
Ace.
It was like a festival, you know, like it was like, I'm going to go to day 3 of the wedding because that's when Katy Perry's performing. Let me see. The 4-day wedding celebrations began Friday with the traditional Hindu wedding ceremony and will be followed by a grand reception. It probably cost more than $1,000 to run through the weekend. The guest list included former British Prime Minister Tony Blair and Boris Johnson, John Kerry, the former U.S. Special Envoy for Climate, Saudi Aramco CEO and Amin H. Nazir. All right. And Adele, Lana Del Rey, Drake, and David Beckham, according to local media. The Ambani family did not confirm the guest list. Man. All right. Do you want to watch any videos?
No.
Okay.
Well, is this videos of the actual wedding?
I think so.
No,
Mumbai, India.
A
little bit?
Yeah, that's
all right. Let's see. Let's watch a little bit.
Through it.
Yeah. Let me see if it's going to play. Did I mute the site? Let me unmute the site real quick.
Is that the bride? Is that the?
It's unmuted.
Wife?
I think that's. I can't tell if that's the chick or Kim Kardashian. Let me see. Why is it not playing?
Oh shit, that is Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, is it? Yeah.
It's giving a little cultural appropriation, but also if you're visiting the culture, is it?
I can't tell if that's baller or because India just looks like not that
John
great.
Cena?
Yeah, John Cena was there too. Yeah, he was there. So was Justin Bieber and Rihanna.
Now I'm confused.
Dude, John Cena's everywhere, man. He just wants everybody to love him. Kind of got a problem that way. All right, that was kind of cool. Would you be mad if Kim Kardashian's tits were out like that at your fucking beautiful day? Like, all right, come on, put those titties up, Kim.
I suppose if I was a billionaire, no. If I was a billionaire, no.
You wouldn't be if you were a billionaire. What would change?
You have a shot.
You have a shot with Kim Kardashian?
Oh yeah.
It's not about that. It's about the dignity of my fucking awesome wedding. Being whored up by Kim Kardashian's tatas. The hell? John Cena's gonna walk in there with a fucking leotard? Come on. This is India. Let's see. What'd you call me? You called me a leotard, you son of a bitch. Fucking giraffe. All right, let's see. I was trying to what are other tall animals you could be? Oh yeah, did you ever hear when I wanted to fight you guys like Gundams? I just want to get all the tall comedians, crawl up their asses with all the short comedians and fight you guys like Gundams.
I think you did mention this one too.
Good. Yeah. I'm glad. I want you to remember that because it's still on the fucking table. Let's see. A little bit less. Let me see. Father groom Mukesh Ambani is the world's 9th richest man with a net worth of $116 billion, according to Forbes. He is the richest person in Asia. His Reliance Industries is a conglomerate, reportedly over $100 billion in annual revenue. Damn. With interests including petrochemicals, oil and gas, telecoms, and retail. All right, well, it sounds about right. Whatever. Yeah. So that guy's rich. He had a wedding. Yeah, I don't know. Any thoughts on that? Why is John Cena there? How much does it cost to rent him? That's what I was wondering. Do you think that these celebrities did it on like a discount just so they could be seen at the richest dude's wedding, you know, the richest Asian guy's wedding, or you think that they got full price?
I think if you get an invite to the wedding, I don't think they were paid to. That's
what I'm kind of leaning towards.
Yeah, I think it's just
maybe the performers were paid, you know, like Rihanna and Justin.
Well, did they actually perform or were they just guests?
No, I heard there was performances by Justin Bieber and Rihanna. And I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, man, whenever you hear about these foreign like Saudis and stuff, they always have like the oldest acts. Like they have 50 Cent performing like it's 2000 still. You know, it's pretty great. So Gypsy Rose got knocked up. Did you hear about that?
No. You asked me if I keep up with the news. What this isn't news. This is like fucking. Well, it says news right there, so I guess I stand corrected.
It's entertainment news.
Yeah,
it's entertaining me. So, you're familiar with the Gypsy Rose thing? I don't think it was. Yeah,
Yeah, I saw something that like the ex-husband like is coming out with some sort of tell-all and issues and some shit, I guess.
Zandy had a funny line. It says, how much is it to rent John Cena? One terminally ill kid? Question mark.
Oh, that's good.
That's pretty funny. Give that an
That's a great Make-A-Wish joke.
Let's see. Yeah, so you know what happened to her, right? She was like
Yeah, she was treated like she was ill her whole life, and then she met this guy online, and then she encouraged the guy to kill her mom, and then they ran away, and
victim of Munchausen syndrome.
yeah, and then
my whole life I was made to believe I was sick when I wasn't. Then I blew up, and when I grew up, then I blew up. It makes you stick to your stomach, doesn't it? Wasn't the reason you call me Gypsy Ma? The name we Rose? I don't know.
Was that off? Was that all off the dome?
No, that was Eminem's. I'm sorry, Mom. He said he was a victim of Munchausen syndrome.
In that song? I don't know.
Yeah, that's my favorite line. My whole life I was made to believe I was sick when I wasn't. Then I grew up and I blew up. It makes you sick to your stomach. Wasn't it that reason you made that CD for me, Ma? So you can try to justify the way you treated me, Ma. But yeah, so apparently she killed her mom with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend's still in jail, but she got out because she's a woman.
Aced.
Well, she also didn't physically kill.
She fucking Manson that shit, dude. What are you talking about? So Charles Manson's got to go to jail, but Gypsy Rose gets to walk out and fucking get knocked up and have a reality TV show?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's fair.
Aced.
Would you have sex with Gypsy Rose, Warren?
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
You're such a star fucker. You would. You'd do it in a
Probably.
second.
Yeah,
All right, let's see.
right.
Pregnant Gypsy Rose Blanchard sets a record straight on the paternity of her unborn baby. Why do we need the record set straight? Who gives a fuck who the dad is? Let's see. They look happy though. That makes me happy. Let's see.
Who is clearing things up for fans skeptical about the timeline of her surprise
And
pregnancy.
the dick is fire.
It was mid-March when I left Ryan.
She looks good, dude. She actually looks like healthy.
So this is absolutely
Not like physically like attractive at all. She's kind of got a fucking beak on her, but I mean, like, looks like she gained some weight. Like, you know.
% Ken's baby. There was
Oh, because it's the pregnancy.
never
Okay,
any
that makes sense.
question of-
Dude, she is glowing. You know, when you talk about the pregnancy glow, you know, I never seen her look this not dirt fucking trash before. She looks actually like a human being in this.
Yeah. I don't care to objectify women. I don't think they should be seen or heard. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Ace.
You're old school like that, Warren, and that's why I respect your point of view. Maybe the government just gives out John Cena now. Stupid. Back when your government gave you mad money for having a sick kid, you just get complimentary John Cena. That's fucking funny. That's a good bit. You should work on that.
Gypsy filed to divorce Ryan Anderson less than 4 months before announcing her pregnancy with rekindled flame Ken Urker. Complicating matters,
Ken
a wild
Urker.
Louisiana paternity law.
In Louisiana, if a party has been divorced for less than 300 days and a child is born within that window, then the ex-husband is legally presumed to be the father of that child.
It's important to note Gypsy's divorce from Ryan isn't even finalized yet.
The parties have a few options for the biological
Dude, what a dirtbag over here. She's not even divorced and she's getting knocked up by other dudes. Man, she hit the ground running when she came out of jail.
father. After the child is born, he can file an avowal action to establish paternity, and he must establish that through clear and convincing evidence, which is usually done by a DNA test. If this is not done right away, there
Why is she getting pictures of her? That's so fucking... Dude, society is so fucking ass backwards. It's going to bring me to my next, to the next story,
there's
but...
a strong possibility that the husband's last name could end up on the birth certificate. You do have a little time after your baby's born with the birth certificate, so they could probably do this relatively quickly.
What a white trash problem to have. All right, I'm sorry. Any thoughts? Thoughts? Comments?
No.
No.
I'm sorry. This is.
Our chick
yeah,
had a funny point where she's like, about the pregnancy, it's like she took one life to give birth to another. It's like she's replaced the life that she took.
Who said that? Is that?
No, that's what my chick said.
Oh, that's
Because
what
she
your
was the
chick
one
said.
telling me about this.
Mhm.
I was like, that's fucking funny.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. She's having a baby. No, she killed someone. Okay. I don't know. You watch? Did you watch the series on
What series?
Hulu about her?
I think I did. I think I did watch it, actually. I don't remember if I watched the whole thing.
Yeah,
I feel like I did.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. I guess it wasn't memorable. But I think I did see that. So in the idea of people that really shouldn't be celebrities but are celebrities, which is like a thing that's always happened. It's not even like a new thing. Like it actually is more of an older thing too. Just like people that are just, do one thing and then become like, loved by America for whatever reason or another.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think that's just always been the American, the 15 minutes of fame, meme. I think only exists in America.
Yeah. I think it happens a lot more today, or at least it's like more. It happens faster. It happens quicker. People.
Well, I don't
pop
think
in
you
and out.
last as long. I think
Yeah.
the shelf life's a lot quicker. So maybe you get, you get the, but I think it's always been like a one thing, like, oh, somebody does some crazy thing and then they become a meme. And like I said, they had memes forever, back in the day. I forget what they would, what you would call it, but like a cultural moment or something like where's the beef or something like that.
Yeah, well, that's. I mean, where's the beef's not really that back in the day.
Compared to right now, I mean, it's like what is it? It's like 50 years ago.
Who from the past was like 15 minutes of fame?
15 minutes of fame.
I guess
Joan
it
of
would be-
Arc. She burned bright, burn out quick. She's a real meme of the French Revolution, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the French Revolution?
I don't think
it was one of the revolutions. She was doing something. She was revolting against somebody or another.
Was it that late in history? I thought it was a little earlier that she was around.
Yeah, I'm sure she was doing something. I don't know. Maybe she. Yeah, I think it may be some kind of earlier thing. The Joan of Arc story is actually really interesting. Have you looked into that at all?
A long time ago, which is why I can't actually remember any real details. I remember some weird stuff about just like her trying to pass off as a man at first, and like they thought that she was like there's some sort of prophecy around her, like kind of like heard that this type of thing was going to happen, and they put a lot of pressure on it, kind of like Dune. It was actually, I'm pretty sure her story is just the plot of Dune.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So, Rocky in the chat says, "Tell Warren he has an important Instagram message."
I'm not gonna check it now. I'm fully engaged. Okay, hold on. Rocky X.
So, did I already say Hawk Tui or whatever? Because Zandy in the chat just says, "You gonna watch the Hawk Tui girl series?" Did I already say Hawk Tui girl?
You did not.
I did not.
But
Zandy called it. That is exactly what I have pulled up right here. So, there's this person that so here's the clip real quick so I can give you some context. I don't think I've seen this before, but maybe I did. But apparently this has been, obviously this isn't the original clip. They got some big fucking watermark over it, but let's see if the audio works.
Move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
How do you get over a breakup? Y'all get over a breakup right now?
The only way to get over one is get under. Amen.
So you got a side piece.
Maybe I got 3. Maybe I got 7.
How many is on your roster?
There's only one I want, but till he's serious, I'm a bullshit.
So how many you got on your roster right now?
Maybe 4.
1. She said 1.
How many you got on your roster?
None.
You trying to add one to it?
Add 1?
Yeah, you trying to add
Is
one
that
more
you?
to it? Yeah, that's me.
Maybe, I don't know.
So I can get your number?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. There you go.
There you go.
Would you rather have back shots for the rest of your life or missionary for the rest of your life? You can only choose one.
Back shots.
Back shots? Why back shots?
Because I don't like somebody looking at me in my face, you know?
You didn't realize how terrible the rest of the video was. Like it was just that one moment that was wildly interesting.
Move in
Yeah.
bed that makes a man go crazy every time.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
How do you get?
Apparently, that led to her having a Forbes article. Hawk Tui girl, the obscure, whose story is the Hawk Tui meme. Let's see. So apparently she has like a TV show coming out.
Does she? Yeah, I heard that she got representation. I think it's kind of because she was like a third grade teacher or something.
No, apparently she wasn't. Apparently she wasn't.
She wasn't.
But some people thought that she was. Apparently, yeah.
Well, didn't like the school district release that they had to, and she like came out and apologized and like kind of said that she doesn't agree that she should have been fired, but I'm pretty sure
Let's find out.
She was a school teacher, and then she like lost her job.
Anything like that as a teacher. Let me see. Okay, so in part about socially policing. Oh my God. Okay. In part of what socially policing female desire in this ideological sense. Identifying where Haktui falls on the political spectrum seems to be the explicit criteria for judgment. Really, though? Oh, my God.
Is it?
Dude, 1 second. Let me see. So we see this in sort of make-believe biographies assigned to Haley Welch. One version cast her as a small-town school teacher who lost her job because her students started spitting on each other. Another make her as a southern preacher's daughter. Those are utterly predictable tropes about American small-town life. Hallmark Channel plots with a little safe smut. So here's the thing. This whole article is the most pompous, retarded bullshit about how like people are trying to like what is it? In a Victorian sense, like curtail female desire, like police it or something. They even bring up Christopher Hitchens and then have a picture of him all about the Hawk Tui girl meme. Which is like, I don't know, I highly suggest people just like skim through this nonsense. And by highly suggest, I mean, it's not interesting. It's just like, what the fuck? Because it's insane, dude. I don't know why Forbes is talking about it. And then they're like, let's just play a little video. Let's see if we got anything here. I don't think so. Let's see.
It's about Wimbledon.
Yeah, nope, that ain't it. Sorry, guys. I was hoping that we're going to get some Hawk Tui information on here. There's no video clips there, but it's a whole bunch of nonsense. Contemporary America does not tend to produce novelists like Hardy. Let me see. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't fucking know. Sorry, but apparently she's getting a fucking TV show. This article is painting her like a second coming of Christ, or maybe not. I don't know.
This shit just boils my blood. Like it's just the discourse around it is on either side is fucking infuriating. Like I remember when the meme first kind of came out and like everyone was doing it. I was like, I don't know.
I never heard the meme before.
I don't get the fucking appeal.
Yeah. Let me see.
Like I mean, I could get the appeal. I just don't know why it's like still fucking, we're still talking about this one little clip 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later.
Yeah. I don't know. Then they bring up ChatGPT. Then they bring up Victorian shit. I don't know. But I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It seems like the world is ripe for being famous or something. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, and like it is interesting. So maybe her being a teacher was fake news or something. They didn't actually say I do remember reading there in the article that her kids were supposedly spitting on each other, and that I didn't believe. I was like, that's stupid. But the story of her being a teacher and then getting fired, that seemed to be plausible, which does kind of suck because like if she was a teacher, right, like, and she becomes viral for saying that, like, the school district, I don't know if they have to fire her, but it's like it does kind of become a problem, and it's not really her fault.
Yeah, I don't know if you're like a teacher, if you should be like giving those kind of interviews, you know what I mean, like being drunk on camera and stuff like that. It feels like it always has the possibility to come back. And I'm not even saying that, which stinks, because it's like teachers are real people, They should be allowed to like go out and do stuff. But and I don't think you should be fired for what you do off campus as long as you're not hurting people. You know what I mean? Just like being being a person, but then also you can understand it's like,
and it's not like she thought that was going to go anywhere. Like she has no control over this narrative now. Like she just said something funny and in an interesting way, and now like it just blew up completely out of her own control. So I think that kind of sucks. I kind of sympathize with that.
Yeah, it is just weird because like I understand where you're coming from because these seem like these are interesting things in the media, but it is hard to force like giving a fuck about it. That's what I don't like about a lot of these like outrage sites. You know what I mean? That like if I wanted to generate, I'd be like, this is horrible. This is disgusting. This is the downfall of America, and this is because the Democrats, or this is because the Republicans. Either way, it's just like it's mildly depressing because it feels like more of the dignity of you know what I mean, of our society keeps on getting chipped away slower and slower, and you really don't notice it until you see things like it's not even the Hawk Tuohy girl thing. It's almost like the Bad Baby thing kind of almost started this whole. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it started before that. I'm trying to think.
I think the Bad Baby was like definitely an apex of it. Like, it was already happening before, but I think that's like one that kind of marked a new level to it, where now everyone, like, cause she's a fucking millionaire now. It's like, but she took her moment and kind of ran with it. Unlike the Hawk Tuohy girl, where I mean, maybe now she's running with it. She has fucking
looking up the show
fucking
thing.
representation. But I mean, at this point, you kind of gotta. I mean, you don't want to throw if you have a shot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It is weird. It's what it is it's people that aren't like afraid of being known for one thing. Like they actually almost embrace that. Like do you know who I am? I'm the Bagel Boss guy, or some shit like that. Like Bagel Boss was another one. But, again, it's like it lasted for a couple seconds, and then all the things he was trying to do to hold on to that fame got crazier and crazier, like celebrity boxing matches and,
I didn't even know that. I skipped over the Bagel Boss thing. Like, I remember seeing, like, screenshots of it, but I never actually watched that video.
I don't think I ever watched it either. I just, you just get inundated with everything around it, and almost like as a protest. I don't want to watch it, but then it's just like then you just see all this other shit, and you're like, all right, well, I feel like I'm lost. I guess like is this video so great that it garners this following, and usually it isn't. So you wonder what that is. Like I feel like there are people that are good at tapping into whatever that zeitgeist is, where you can do something that would seem innocuous or in bad taste, but somehow it just taps like, or it hits that right vein, like Sexy Red. Are you familiar with the rapper Sexy Red?
I've heard of her.
Yeah. What the fuck? Okay. Let's just not do current news topics anymore. Let's just do Warren. What do you want to talk about?
Pop culture. Been
What's the weather like up there?
The weather, it's cloudy out now. It's kind of nice. Kind of has me feeling tired because, like, the clouds around. It seems rainy. I love rainy days.
I don't, because I got to walk to work. So,
yeah.
Well, I don't got to. It's just right across the street. So I'm just like, might as well walk to work.
Yeah.
But, it'd be so embarrassing to hop into the car. But when it rains, sometimes I got to. But a lot of times it'll rain like in the middle of the
umbrella.
Day. Yeah, but how do you ever bring an umbrella every time?
If you think it's gonna rain.
Yeah, I always think about that because I always check the weather report the day after it rains, so it's not going to rain that day, and then I never check it the day that it does rain. This is fucking gripping content. Warren, what the fuck, man?
I don't know. Is that good?
I don't know. I feel like this was a purposeful. I feel like you came to kamikaze the show. I don't know what I've done to disrespect you, but
I was feeling it at the beginning. We had some good discourse before the cameras were rolling, and then you brought up these news articles.
Yeah, let's talk about what you want to talk about. Whatever you want to talk about.
You didn't pre-screen them.
It's Warren's world. Well, yeah, I pulled up some stuff that I thought was going to be interesting, and I thought these were going to have the videos to tell us about that.
That's the thing. You thought they were going to be interesting, but you didn't read it to find out if they're actually going to be interesting.
Yeah, I found interest in them.
Let's talk about that. let's talk about you, Alonzo. Hey, are you in therapy now?
Not anymore. No.
Well, that's because you can't be therapized.
Therapized?
Yeah, you can't.
No, I just felt like the therapist was like relying on me too much. Like I was helping him with his problems, and I was like, all right, well, this sucks. And then I didn't want to find another one, so I just did my own thing. It was during COVID. He like called me up, and I just felt like I was talking him through it more than him helping me out with
Really?
anything. Yeah, definitely.
Was he like telling you his problems? Like fucking.
It was more about like, so how are you dealing with things? You know what I mean? Like, but then I'm just like, oh, good, it's great, I like it. He's like, oh, well, what about these things? I'm like, no, I don't feel those things. You know, it's like, oh, you know, and they're just like, all right, well, then I was kind of like, oh, well, you know, this is what I, you know, whatever, kind of giving him advice. You know, kind of that's what it felt like. You didn't want to like come out and be like, hey, you know, and then he kept the call. He's like, hey, so you're gonna have to start paying for these calls. I'm like, I'm not getting anything from these calls. Like, this isn't a therapy appointment. What are you talking about?
Was that through one of the online therapists?
No, I went to a place. I went like to a place, you know, and then they like, you know, I forget, it was off of San Pedro. It was off San Pedro, like right down the street from Woodlawn. It was like this little house, and they did like a lot of therapy there. And you know, I used to go to that place for a while. I think I went there for like a year or something at least. And then when COVID happened, I probably would have still kept going. And when COVID happened, they just had to do it over the phone, and I'm like, that's fine. I don't really, you know, I wasn't really getting anything from it. And also, everything that I was like, whatever, I was like, it just, COVID kind of proved all my conspiracy theories right. So I was feeling really on cloud nine for a while there. Yeah. But, yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. Do you go to therapy, Warren?
Not anymore. Kind of the same thing. Similar to you. I was going, and then she got a promotion. Which means that she had to see fewer clients, because she was going to be more administrative stuff. Kind of like when you're a teacher and like you get a promotion, like then you stop teaching.
Yeah.
So she kind of see fewer clients. Then she gave me some other therapist recommendations, and yeah, I just never followed up.
Yeah.
But I thought it was semi helpful. You know, it's fun just to talk.
Yeah, I think therapy is good if you like think you need to go to a mental institution. It's probably good to go to a therapist first. You know, if you just feel like you're, you know, if you're just like really feeling out of it or lost, it's really good to go to a therapist, because it's good to talk those things out and just get them out. And then what's great is they show you what you did last time, like what you're talking about last time, and usually, you know, it's not like that important to you, and it kind of gives you some perspective. You kind of just go from there. At least that's what they did with me. I'm sure everybody has their own different therapist path. Seen any good movies lately, Warren?
No, I've been watching The Boys, the show. I've been keeping up with that. I've been not too many movies, just lots of TV shows. Have you seen Loudermilk? Speaking of kind of therapy.
Loudermilk? No, it sounds familiar.
Netflix. Yeah, you may have seen clips for it. Like it kind of got moved to Netflix, and then I started seeing a bunch of clips. It's with that Ron Livingston, you know, from Office Space. That guy.
Which character was he?
He was the main character in Office Space.
That's his name, John Livingston?
Ron Livingston.
Oh, really?
Ron Livingston.
Interesting.
Yeah. And like he's a addiction counselor, but he's like his thing is like he's kind of an asshole. You know, he says things bluntly. But it's a really good show. It's a really good one. It's a good. You seen any movies?
Me? Yeah, we're watching Sopranos. You ever watch Sopranos?
No, I started to watch that. I just gotta get into it. You know, like I hear.
You just gotta give it a couple episodes. It's really fucking good. It's like it's so much funnier than I thought it was gonna be. You know, like as Breaking Bad is like it's funny, but it's a lot of times like really dramatic.
It's a stressful show.
I feel like Sopranos is like not like there's obviously some drama scenes and stuff. It's really more emotional. It's really more of like a family show, you know, and then like also they use like the mafia family as like a metaphor too, because they all got like internal problems. But it's very funny because they're all like stupid wops, you know. They're just like retarded bullies, and they just act like grown bully children and shit most of the time. So it's very funny, the problems that they get into and their like little issues and stuff. And I highly suggest it. Anybody out there hasn't watched it.
It's kind of like Succession.
Show's kind of low. I had the volume all the way up. Let's turn that bitch up then.
Let's see.
Is that better, boss?
Maybe me. I think I've been talking directly into the mic. That sounds better.
Yeah, all right. Well, you guys got to tell me. Sometimes I have the headphones up too loud and I can't tell that the mics are down. You know, this is your guys' fault. I blame you and only you. Only you. I didn't know that Rocky was going to come in to the chat and just start throwing in shots. I didn't know Warren was going to come into my house after just doing some ketamine, and I didn't know I was going to be stuck with my own thoughts and my own feelings. Let me see. Let me see if there's anything on my mind that Warren can't trample on. I don't know, Warren. You say you want to have a podcast. What would you talk on your podcast about?
That's the thing. I don't know. I'd want to do the podcasts I like to listen to are ones where like they like research stuff and like they kind of tell a story. Like I like a lot of historical ones, some true crime, but not like the heavy hitter true crime. I don't like the true crime podcast where they find a random killing and they kind of like dig into this person's family who are still alive, and it's like it wasn't really a newsworthy event, but it's just they're it was newsworthy for the town, but it's like a small time killing and they really dig in. But I like the ones where like it's the big ones. Like I just listened to one about that German cannibal who ate the guy who volunteered to be eaten.
Yeah.
It's kind of like assisted suicide.
I always hate that story because he chopped the guy's penis off, but fucked up cooking it. You know, he wasn't able to cook it right. And I'm like, you only get one shot at that. That's so annoying. It's like, it must be so difficult to eat people because you're not like you can go, oh, let me just go right down to HEB and get another dude to cook. It's got to be very stressful.
He tried to get another dude, but it had to be voluntary. Like he really didn't want to kill the guy. He didn't want to cut his dick off. That was for the guy who was volunteering. Like that was the guy's like big request. It's like, okay, he didn't want him to chop it off. He wanted him to chew it off, and he couldn't quite do that. He was like,
like while he was alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was his big thing.
Yeah, I don't know if I could grant that one last request. Even if it was somebody that I cared for, if they asked me to chew their penis off, I might be like, sorry, I can't do it for you, but I'll get a dog in here to do it for you.
Well, if he's like volunteering to be eaten, you kind of got to show him a little bit of respect. For his final wishes.
I want to. Warren's the one that's like, I don't know if I could chew this guy's dick off. I'm saying, you know what? I probably couldn't, but I'd get it done by somebody that could, I'd get it taken care of. I'm not going to leave the guy hanging there with an unchewed off dick like some kind of asshole. All right, that's just the level of respect I show all my guests. You come in here, you want your dick chewed off, we'll get it taken care of.
You'll get your fat cat will do it.
Fat cat, you piece of shit, dude. Your cat looks like a mongoloid. All right, I'm not even gonna lie. Your cat looks like it belongs in the sticks playing a Deliverance banjo. That's your cat. My cat looks like a beautiful French. Or actually a Chinese emperor's cat that was pampered and treated to the finest music played by lutes and mandolins and shit like that. Your cat looks like it gets mange regularly. It looks like it has ear mites. It probably has cat AIDS, feline AIDS, if I had to guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing that Warren also has feline AIDS. You can put that together however you want to, but I'll leave it to the imagination.
See, just none of that hits though, because my cat's adorable.
Your cat sucks. Let me pull up Warren's piece of shit cat real quick. Where can I find a picture of your cat?
Instagram. I guess. Yeah.
I mean, let me see. Let's look at Warren's stupid cat, and then we'll look at my amazing cat. What's your cat's name?
Theodore.
Theodore? Source page isn't available. Yeah, sorry. Instagram doesn't even want to look at your stupid cat. Let's take a look. Warren Greed. Look at this. Yes, we'll continue as Alonzo. All right, let's see. Let's take a look at Warren's horrible cat. Look at this disgusting creature.
Go to the next photo.
Next photo, like this
More
one.
photos. Yeah,
Look at its stupid face. Look at the angular proportions of it.
Look at those giant ears.
Yeah, it looks horrible. It looks stupid. Nobody likes it. Everybody thinks it's embarrassing. Now let's take a look at my cat. 1 second. I don't even want to keep that up there. I don't want to get struck for fucking indecent exposure over here. Look at that disgustingness. Where's my beautiful cat? You saw my cat. My cat looks beautiful.
I barely saw him.
Yeah, exactly, because they don't want to look at you. It knows the way you are.
I mean, it's pretty hard to miss him.
God damn it. I don't even know how I'm going to do this. Everybody knows what my cat looks like. Fuck this bit. I'm actually going to call this show early, probably. Warren's bumming me out. I didn't even drink until the show started because I wanted to have everything angled perfectly. Warren showed up promptly at 11:20.
Yeah, you wanted me to show up at 11.
You showed
an
up
hour early.
Yeah, exactly. So I could fucking frame your gigantic visage and stuff like that. You didn't have to hunch over.
I always hunch. Well, it's just my. It's you know what?
This is beautiful.
There it is.
I'm trying to send myself a beautiful picture of my cat, but I can't find any pictures of my cat because I have so many fucking pictures of stupid comedians so I can edit them.
Are you going to go to Zach's show tonight?
No, I got a show in New Braunfels.
New Braunfels? Where? Silver Spoon?
No, Flash Lass is doing a thing at it's like Lone Star Lounge or something. I didn't even think to fucking write it down to plug it because I'm a fucking piece of shit.
Hey, man.
Yeah, let's see. There we go. Yes, I want to send an NC subject. Oh my god. It was going so beautiful until Warren came through late, so I blame him. Let's take a look. Thank you, Warren.
Welcome.
So, how's your love life going?
It's not.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. It's looking for love in all the wrong places, you know. Mostly holes and alleys and abortion clinics. I'll tell you, the ladies at the abortion clinics do not want to be hit on.
Holes named alley? That's fucking rude. Let's see.
Hold on.
Yeah, give me one of those.
Yeah, there it is. It's $1 million joke.
Yeah, thank you. Let me put in cat to search my cat. Let me put it right there. Beautiful cat picture. Beautiful. That's the one. Now send it. I hate the internet. I hate radioing. This is the dumbest thing in the world. Once you guys sit back and relax as I pull up this beautiful cat picture, and this is going to make everything right again. Oh my God. Look at this beautiful cat. So, see, all right, let's bring this back up. Look at my fucking awesome cat. Could be a fucking cat model. Look at the perfectness of its face. Look at its kittenness. It's beautiful. Now let's look at Warren's ugly fucking dingy-ass cat. Look at this shit.
Let's go with the next photo, too.
Okay, look at the next photo.
Look at him.
Ew,
oh my God.
look at this shit. Look at the
sock.
poor lighting. She's just sucking all the life out of the room. Look at those dumbass ears. Now look at this beautiful cat. Beautiful, majestic, glorious, like a tiny little tiger. Vicious, proud, powerful, dignified. Look at Warren's stinky cat. The ear mites and the fucking Look at all this hair looking like an old man at age 2. They're like smoked cigarettes. Ew, look at that thing. Now look at this cat. Oh my gosh, beautiful, Garfield-esque.
Look, it
could be a cat model. It could be.
It's giving basic. Yeah, I mean,
basic. What are you talking about? It's fucking classic. It's iconic. It's like the Michelangelo of cats.
I could see that cat on
the statue of David of cats. Look at this stinky cat. Ew, ew. If that cat came up to me and asked for food, I'd fucking spray it with a spray bottle. This cat over here, he could come up and ask me for some food. I'm going to go out and buy a salmon for it. And I'm going to just hope that it sticks around and stays in my life. Now let's look at Warren's stinky cat. Ew. Oh, look at that. Nobody wants to see that. Ew. Yeah. Look at that malnourished cat. Warren, see, this is a healthy sized cat. This is a cat that actually eats food. Warren can't afford food for his cat, so the cat eats cum. And I'll tell you who supplies it, but, you know, we can all guess who supplies it. I'll give you a million guesses and you'll get it right the first time, okay?
I think it'd take him 3 tries.
It takes you 3 tries to fucking stick it in that cat, I'll tell you that. Warren has to take a running start to get into that cat. Let's see.
Now we're cooking.
Rocky Lopez says he's Team Warren's cat. Yeah, well,
Aced.
that says everything you need to say.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Should have just kept your
Damn
mouth
it,
shut, Rocky.
Come on, Rocky.
Yeah. Man, this was a great episode. Who did you piss off? Usually I have more people in the chat when other people are on, but I guess people don't want to look at Warren. That sucks.
Yeah. I'm looking right at the camera now.
I know you should be. Why don't you talk to him? I gotta go take a leak and think about what I'm doing with my life.
Yeah. Look, guys, you know, Alonzo, I don't read entertainment news. Alonzo drags me out to the middle of fucking nowhere in northwest San Antonio, next to the medical district. Shout out everyone who lives there. This place sucks. He wanted me to show up an hour early for a podcast, so it was going to be 2 hours. Looking like we're going to end at probably an hour and a half because, again, this whole thing sucks. Alonzo sucks. This couch is too comfortable. It's too, I'm sinking into it. You know, I imagine this is what hell's like. The lighting's similar. The lighting's pissing me off too. Do you ever feel that? When the lighting pisses you off? Yeah. It's like
My least favorite thing.
it could be more purple.
That's right. Fuck this shit. I'm going to get drunk. Somebody's going to enjoy the show. Might as well be me. All right, Warren. So, what's your biggest disappointment in yourself this year?
This right now.
This right now?
I
should
am
be.
disappointed. You know what? I am disappointed in myself. I'm not bringing the A game. I was up till fucking 5 a.m. this morning.
See, that's why you can't do that. That's what everybody
know.
does. They like come into the show. I no more people that are performing at the station get to come to the.
I was.
Where were you at last night?
I was in Austin last night. So I got home around 3, and like as soon as I get home, even though I was tired, like I don't want, I don't know. I still want to wind down.
You don't believe it. I wake up at like 8:30 so I can set up everything.
Yeah, you
know what I
texted
mean?
me at 8:30, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But I had to set an alarm to make sure I was up for the show, which is it's always sad. I hate sleeping in, but like I gotta do it because I stay up too late.
No, I feel that, man. I don't want to blame you for the show having no energy, but it is definitely your fault if it's anybody's fault in this one. I came in like a fucking wrecking ball. Did you see the episode where I was yelling at Ryan?
Yeah. So I remember you posted on Facebook. I'm sorry, Ryan. Was that like? Did you do something, or is that like?
Oh no, that was actually. I felt really bad about that one. So he needed some speakers, and I have my speakers over there and all that. I told him to come through and pick them up. And he said he was going to come over, but I think he came over like 40 minutes later, and I was already passed out.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I felt really bad about that because I was like, he was like, I guess knocking on the door, and I guess he was worried. So I just felt really shitty because, I hadn't done that in a while, like let somebody down because of my drinking. So I was just like, fuck. I felt really, really bad. I kept on messaging him that I was sorry. That's what that was about. Yeah, no, the show, I had like, I already mentioned this, but I had like sunstroke and fucking, I was just getting mad at Ryan over nothing. He's a good dude though. I love Ryan. Shout out to Ryan. Let's see. Eddie G in live chat doing drugs. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, dude. Why am I doing this? Fucking, first off, yeah, like and subscribe, but also, fucking phone lines are open. Call me now. Let's see. Do we got any calls that I missed? No. Nobody calling in. Well, it's so weird. I'm thinking about moving the show out later, man. I don't know. Maybe everybody was just out late last night doing shit.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Austin?
Oh, I did the Black Rabbit at the 8 o'clock and then Fallout Theater, which were both cool shows. The Black Rabbit, they do 8 and 10 on Fridays, and both shows were like sold out.
Nice.
Tommy Pope was there, which is kind of cool.
Is Kabasa still running that?
Yeah, he's involved. Yeah, I think it's Jeremy Jonas is he's the official owner. Like I think he.
Oh yeah? I gotta talk to fucking Jeremy because I've been trying to get up to Austin and shit, but I need somebody that is connected so I don't gotta pay any dues.
Yeah. It's nice. Yeah, I mean, if you reach out, he likes you. I don't know. If you ever wronged him before.
James Jonas. Psh, how could I wrong Mr. Jonas? There's nothing bad about the guy. Nothing bad to say about the guy. He doesn't have an ugly cat. Doesn't come into shows fucking fucked up, lazy, always on his A game. Don't look at me like that, Warren. Don't even fucking look at me like that. I'm gonna look at you like that. Now, yeah.
Well, now
don't eyeball me, boy.
I'm not gonna look.
Yeah, don't eyeball me, boy.
I don't like eye contact.
Hey, did we do a staring contest last time?
No.
Not last time, but like the first episode you were on. Was that me and you or no?
I don't think so.
Okay. You want to do a staring contest?
No. I'm forgetting all my improv. I gotta say yes and.
Mm-hmm.
Yes and. I want to be naked while doing it. That's funny. It's pretty good.
Oh, fuck. Next time send Ryan to me. Oh, yeah, I should. Yeah, so I will next time for the speakers and all that because Andy has the exact same ones. I actually sold her them, actually, I think. So, let's see. Anybody want to call in about any of the topics we already talked about? What did we cover? We covered the Alec Baldwin. We covered the Asia wedding. We covered, we didn't cover that one. We covered Gypsy Rose getting knocked up. Covered the Tesla suicide capsule. We covered Warren's shitty cat. Let me see. Bad Baby. Bad Baby got beat up.
She got beat up?
She got caught outside.
By
her boyfriend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, now that's sad.
Yeah. And it was so weird. I was so shocked that it was a black guy. I was like, what? That's fucking, I was like tripped out. I thought it was going to be a white guy, but no, it was a black guy. And I was like, nah, man. Say it ain't so, bro. Say it ain't fucking so. I was thinking though, do you think Dr. Phil was all like, that's right, that's what you get. Talk shit, you get hit, bitch.
She was mad at Dr. Phil for like making her famous and like, well, at first she was happy with him, but then like eventually she saw that the Dr. Phil show was getting more press because of her and she wasn't getting a slice of that.
That's G. I like that. I remember that was like the biggest thing. I was working at Dick's Last Resort, and there was some dude that just kept like said that all the time. He just came in and said, "Catch me outside. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that?" That was like his go-to fucking thing. He's like, "Hey guys, catch me outside, up right?" And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ! 'Cause I never seen it. I never seen that meme.
Yeah,
I guess we've all seen it.
I think you have to see it.
Chat saying everybody's mad at Dr. Phil, even Oprah. I don't know how I feel about Dr. Phil. I don't think I feel anything about him. I liked when Bam Margera went on his show. I thought it was funny. Or Bam Margera was like, the only person that can help me is Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil, I need your help.
And then he proceeded to not help him.
No, they helped him. I mean, they helped him onto his show.
Yeah, okay.
Bam's doing better.
He's doing better. He kind of relapsed a few months ago.
Bit.
Maybe last year. I think it was kind of a decent size, but I think he's doing well now.
I don't. Oh yeah, last year. Yeah, he did do a pretty bad relapse last year.
Kind of went crazy, and there was that video of him just being belligerent at a cafe in the middle of the day. And
who hasn't been belligerent in a cafe in the middle of the day when you're arguing with your spouse? You know, I think they took that out of context. He was yelling at his wife, the mother of his children. All right.
Yeah,
that can happen anywhere. It's like, really, I felt that was the time I was like, shit, come on, Bam. That stinks. I felt bad for him. Like, you gotta get out of that relationship. You gotta get with this massage therapist. I think that's who he's with right now. Like a massage therapist. That's what I need. You can get put in a capsule or listen to this episode. Either one is gonna take you out, Rocky Lopez.
There it is, Rocky.
Why don't you call in, Rocky?
Roastmaster Supreme.
Why don't you study yourself onto the phone line so I can make fun of your stupid voice? How's that sound, you fucking asshole? He's just a mean person, Rocky Lopez. I remember when he came onto the show and he's all like, yeah, man, I just like to get you all riled up. That's how I do Rocky Lopez's voice. Do a Rocky Lopez impression.
Oh, my name's Rocky Lopez.
I like that. That's pretty good.
There you go.
I got one right here. Hey, I'm Rocky Lopez. Cut me, Mick, cut me. Adrian!
Hey,
Hey!
I'm retarded here.
Hey, I'm a Mexican retard over here. I'm Rocky Lopez.
Every impression you do is just fucking Queen's Italian.
Hello, my name is Rocky Lopez. I don't know. That's
May I
it.
take your call?
Nobody calling. Call me now, 210-284. I'll talk to the devil for you. Ask Warren Greed why he's so sad. Why he's so sad, boy. Man, I wish I had cocaine right now. If we were doing some coke, we would be having like the best conversation. We'd just be so intense about it.
That'd be nice.
It would be fucking nice, dude. I
That's
can't.
what I
Dude, you think they're ever gonna legalize cocaine for us party guys?
No.
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 I don't even like doing cocaine because there's only so much you can do. You know, then your nose just gets stuffed.
I think I would like it too much. That's the main thing that's keeping me from it. I mean, especially if I had like if I would never do if I had like a connection. Game over, man.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Yeah, you never like want to buy it from a friend that you know that sells it. You know, because then it's like you know where to get it.
Yeah.
Hello, you're on Bad First Impressions Live. Who is this?
Rocky.
Hey,
Hey,
what's
what
up,
man?
Rocky?
Not a whole lot. Just busting your balls, guys.
I
Enjoying
know
the
you
show.
are, you son of a bitch. This episode is blowing though, but it's fucking Warren. Every time I bring up something, I'm like, "Hey, Warren, you heard of this?" He's like, "No."
Get mad at him like you got
I
mad at
don't
me.
care. Get mad at him like I got mad at you.
You were yelling at me. You're like, "Oh, you don't have shit to talk about, Rocky."
Because
And
like,
you're telling me
Warren
shit.
actually is going to feel bad about it. That's the thing. It's like if I actually give Warren shit about it, his self-esteem isn't like yours. He's actually going to feel bad about it. I can sense him feeling bad, and then that's the problem. Is that's why he can't perform because he's feeling bad, and then like retreating into himself and not wanting to take any risks. Every time like, he hasn't, it's sad. And I blame the camera and the lights and stuff like that because it's like probably his first time, you know, in front of any kind of lights.
First time in Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly.
He's looking to be a star.
That's cool. Y'all were talking about a lot of shit. Did you know that fucking Catch Me Outside girl? Like as soon as she turned 18, she instantly became like a millionaire because of like OnlyFans or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know. What does that say about fucking men? Oh no, it sucks.
That's wild, right?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
It's disgusting.
Like all these dudes are just fucking waiting.
Yeah. They probably had all their credit card info already like put in, you know, like the day before. They're just like waiting till
Oh,
the
shit.
clock
They
hit.
had the date on their fucking calendar. This bitch turns 18.
That used to be a meme back in the day. Like when I was a teenager, you know, there was all kinds of websites being like, "Oh, the Olsen twins are going to turn 18," or so and so. Like there was like a countdown clock when they're going to turn 18. As a teenager, you know, it's like you don't think that's as creepy, but then you're like, "Oh yeah, you know, there's probably some fucking 30-year-old adult making that website." You know, as you become an adult and you look back at life and what the internet used to be. I don't think. Were you an early internet guy, Rocky? How about you, Warren? Were you guys early internet people?
I mean, kind of. I
Yeah.
wasn't like on like the early days of 4chan or anything, but like I was on Nickelodeon.com.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was. Well, I mean, what do you mean the early days of 4chan? Like, when did you first go on 4chan?
I'd never been on 4chan.
Oh,
But,
really?
Like, I feel like that was the early days of the internet, where like all the boards and all the like what are those things called? Fucking
Yeah, boards.
yeah, the boards and like the obscure websites. I wasn't really a part of that. The people trying to meet people to eat. That was a big early day of the internet thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's still because those are just forums. There's still forums out there.
Well, now there's
you
the
know?
dark web. Yeah, you can find the.
Oh yeah. Well, they shut that down. It comes back. They shut it down. It goes away. The guy that invented the dark web, he's in jail for life or whatever.
Well, there's no you. Well, you're talking about the Silk Road there, Rocky.
Yeah.
There's the dark web's
Oh,
different.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
You
Never
can't
mind.
shut
you're
down
right.
the dark web.
Yeah, it's basically just like unregistered, like. Well, I don't know how to explain it really, but it's
No,
like
you're right. You're right.
yeah, you need to like use certain browsers to get to there and stuff. But it's and yeah, usually people were using it for drugs. That's the only reason I ever knew how to get onto the dark web was
Yeah.
because of drugs and stuff. I never bought them, but I know people that did, and yeah. But Rocky. Any other takes? Did you hear about the fucking I don't know the Baldwin shit? What'd you take on that?
Oh yeah. Well, I did hear that they dropped the case because basically they withheld evidence. But I kind of thought it was bullshit from the start. I mean, I was like, yeah, gross negligence. Is that the fucking actor's job to check the gun? Like, you know, like.
I think it's
I thought there's a
anybody's
whole
job to
team
check
or
the gun
people
if you're going to
involved in
shoot
that
the
shit.
gun. Like, here's my thing. I think if you're going to hold a gun and you're going to shoot a gun, like whether you're an actor or not, you should probably check it. But I mean, everything's hindsight's always 20/20. You know, it's
Yeah.
like you know, you stub your toe and you're like, well, I should have fucking walked the other way. Okay, obviously, but I do feel like you know, I just don't think he gave a fuck enough to do it. I think he's so lazy that he's like, yeah, his
it's
whole
like gross
mindset is like,
negligence,
oh, it's this
definitely.
other person's job to check the gun for me before I shoot it. And technically it is. It's their job. It's probably a couple people's jobs. But what happened is that he was like filming in Mexico and he was trying to cut a lot of corners to cut costs.
Yeah, a lot of people fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sure when you're on like a regular Hollywood set, there are like fucking 5 people that have to like sign off on some shit before somebody can shoot one shot, which costs a lot of money, but then also, you know, prevent shit like this from happening. And then sometimes it doesn't. Like whenever you're fucking around with guns, there's always a certain element of risk, because even if you're using blanks, if you have a blank that's like improperly packed, you know, it can shoot a wad of fucking plastic into somebody's chest.
Wasn't Brandon Lee? Wasn't it like a false blank or some shit?
Some
Like,
shit
he
like
died?
that. Or there's people that have like put blanks to their heads, and then the pressure of the gun explosion shoots a piece of
Oh,
their
it's still-
skull into
yeah,
their
it still can
brain.
kill
You know,
them.
because like whenever you're using a gun, you're still creating the explosion out of the barrel, which has like such a fucking force to it that there's always a chance of something, you know, happening there. It's just a little bit less dangerous, I guess.
Yeah, no, man, that's all I got on that. I was like, I think it was a lot of people's fault. I don't know why they're trying to make this guy the scapegoat. And then you never know. Maybe they're like, we'll fuck up the evidence, and then your guy will get off. Like,
That's
they're-
what I
they're
thought.
probably in
I'm glad
cahoots.
you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that, because that was kind of what I was thinking, but I didn't want to sound too conspiratorial. But I'm like, all right, so the state withheld evidence, and then it's like, and then that's what
Like,
I'm saying.
they know
So-
what the fuck they're doing.
That's what I'm
like-
saying. It's like, so why would they do that unless like they were trying to force a mistrial because of Alec Baldwin putting all that money into their economy and they want him to come back and film more, you know?
Yeah,
Something like that
could've been
maybe.
anything.
Because I think
Yeah, you
you
never
know,
know.
I don't know either, but yeah, I bet Alec Baldwin over there is like making some money for him and shit. So I mean, but yeah, also, yeah, I don't know. Why would you maliciously withhold evidence? And I don't even know if it would have proven him guilty or innocent. So I don't know. That's interesting. We gotta look into that.
And then Gypsy Rose, I think she's a selfish, ungrateful bitch. Like if I had someone wheeling me around, you know, like feeding me, popping drugs in my mouth every couple hours, like that sounds like a fucking good time. Like,
I never quite
Right.
heard that. I never quite heard that angle, but you know what?
yeah, I did
You
it
got me
once. It
thinking
went
there.
all right. Yeah.
I like that actually. I think I'm gonna clip that. Gypsy Rose is a selfish bitch. I like that.
Yeah, man. You can imagine someone wheeling you around in a fucking wheelchair, giving you drugs every couple
It's the
hours.
only thing I can
yeah,
imagine
that
now.
shit.
Yeah. Sounds dope. You'd like that, Warren, wouldn't you?
No.
You wouldn't?
I'm just kidding. I don't know. It'd be nice to not have any responsibility for yourself. I think that'd be, I think I'd be happy that way. You know, I think it'd be, I would like to shit and just like not have to go anywhere to shit. I just want to shit right here, you know?
Zandy's asking, were you a Tumblr dude?
No.
And also, chat's asking, didn't 4chan have a hookup board? I think that was a later thing. It's called socials. Or like social, and people would end up meeting up. I think now they actually have some kind of 4chan based dating service app or something. But
All right, man. Y'all have a good one.
you have a fucking good one, Rocky.
2 of my favorite white trash people ever. I love you guys. Y'all very funny. Y'all have a good one.
All right, love you, Rocky. You have a good one too, sexy.
Is that the is that the take you were looking for in the Gypsy Rose thing though? I should have called her selfish bitch.
No, I never even thought about that take. I was just curious about. Well, I just think it's interesting. It just goes like, I think the main theme for all these topics have been like the weird, the amount of fame that people get for doing like negative, bad things, and how it's almost just become so normalized that, you know, it almost used to be like outrageous that they were famous, and now it's almost like expected. Like, oh, you're almost an idiot if you don't take that and turn it into like a line of fucking, you know, food or like a makeup line or something, you know?
Yeah, you have to monetize everything. You have to figure out how to make your nut before you have to bust before you bust. You have to bust before it busts, you know? You gotta get your nut, you gotta pack it away like a little squirrel Or my cat.
Yeah, why don't you guys buy a fucking t-shirt on the topic of that? I'm not gonna ask you to buy a t-shirt for this episode, but do it for the older episodes. That's fine. I think that's fair. Why don't you guys like and subscribe for more content like this? I don't know why you would, but hey, it's an option. And why don't you guys follow Warren Green on Instagram? That guy's posting ugly pictures of his cat. You can look at that, make fun of that. I like to. And why don't you call me now? The phone lines are open, 210-284-2552. We got about 20 minutes left in the show. I think this was a fucking tragedy, but that's not a big deal. I don't care about that.
Me neither, man.
Good.
Yeah.
It's not like you have your name attached to it or anything.
No, which is great.
Yeah, no, you do though. I'm gonna put Warren's fucking face all over this piece of crap.
Yeah, you're gonna spend thousands of dollars to promote this episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So everyone knows.
Everybody knows that Warren doesn't bring the content. But let me see. Yeah, so why'd you steal my El Caban game show idea? What was that all about?
I've never heard of Al Caban game show.
Yeah, here's the funny thing. I told Warren that, man, Warren, a lot of people are saying that you stole my El Caban show idea. And he's like, I had that idea when I was 13. I'm like, well, guess what?
No.
I went and did it, and then you stole it. So
I said I came up with Family Feud when I was 13.
you came up with an idea that it was already came up with. It sounds like a fucking trend of Warren right now. I came up with Family Feud 20 years after Family Feud came out.
Yeah, and I invented it.
And you invented it, yeah. No, see, I invented the comedy parody game show, El Caban Show, and everybody loved it. It was a live action game show, alternative reality game show, audience participation. I wore a Willy Wonka suit. Everybody loved it. It's where Uncle Rufus was invented, where everybody learned about Uncle Rufus. And then Warren comes in like a little Johnny come lately, blowing in from the north, riding in on the back of a hay truck and shit. Fucking comes off the truck with his fucking ham and egg sandwich in one hand and his fucking hay seed in the other hand, just throwing it out there, trying to grow some more hay so he feels comfortable and shit. And then he's like, hey, you know what? I see this big city slicker Alonzo's got this fine there show called the El Caban Show. That's too many words. Sounds a little too Mexican for me. I'll just call it the game show.
The game show show.
The game show show. Yeah, see, mine's the El Caban Show. The El Caban Show. See, he's even stealing my fucking saying the same word twice. This guy doesn't understand. So I'm glad that I got you on this show to fucking humiliate you. You think I didn't know that you didn't know about any of these topics? I know what Warren's field of expertise is, and I picked each one of these topics just slightly out of that fucking field of expertise so I could humiliate him and make him look like he doesn't know anything and he has no ability to conversate or to add things or to be on a fucking camera.
I'm happy to be here.
Cave with 1,000 voices and all of them said, Warren sucks. And 1,000 eyes blinked rapidly. They tried to take in Warren's fucking horrible visage, like a behemoth or leviathan twisted around itself. And for 30 years, the city burned. The smoke smelled of Warren's fucking feet.
Is that from Pulp Fiction?
Nah, I just made it up.
Oh.
I think it's like a little bit of Cicero mixed with just me just ranting. So, Mr. Warren Green, what is... you ever read a book so you can say that you're reading? You say that you're reading the author because they have such a fancy, like, prestigious name. You know?
Yeah, I'm reading Nietzsche right now.
Which one? Which is the one about God being dead?
I forgot the title. I mean, that's like most of his stuff.
But honestly, I was like, that honestly seems like the most realistic kind of, like, if there was a God, you know what I mean? Like, he might be dead. I also had this idea that, like, when they're describing angels in the Bible as like 50-foot wheels with eyes on them and like fucking wings, or shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, wouldn't it be awesome if there was like these aliens that came down looking like that? These like giant, like crazy ass creatures, and they came down and just started like using their powers to like brainwash people, and then they're like, okay, build this like structure around me to protect me, and then I'm gonna like influence you all to like create this society around me and like protecting me and worshiping me. And these other aliens came down and they started taking over like different sides of the area, and they're just all slowly like seeping in. So you have these aliens living on Earth that are really these angels from the Bible. They're just
I thought we were talking about Nietzsche.
Yeah, but God being dead, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's like, if God is dead, like, what was God, an alien? Was he some kind of fucking,
Yeah. God's whatever you want him to be, man. God is.
I don't think he is.
I think so.
Oh, I'm saying, well, I mean, if there is a
you're
God, he's got to be some kind of thing. You know, it can't be like just.
I think God's all of us combined.
That is so. When I was in my whole drug doing shit, I do, that we're all the same person experiencing each other subjectively. You know what I mean? Like, Warren is me, I'm Warren, and every like living consciousness, we're all the same thing, but we're just in such a way we can only exist by fracturing our consciousnesses into these, whatever. Somehow that works for us. Like, maybe we're different cells of the same consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
We must exist this way.
All waves in the ocean.
Or we're some kind of like bacteria on the earth, you know what I mean? And maybe there was some kind of, I don't know, maybe there was some kind of, that's what I'm saying. Maybe it was an asteroid with some fucking alien shit that hit onto the earth and then it just like multiplied. Or there was some, cosmic fucking space whales that fucking flew through the sky and then came down on Earth. Like I said, that were like spinning wheels and shit. I don't know.
Yeah, but like those are all just like those are all like fun theories. I mean, it is all just fun theories, but like with the idea that like the idea that we're all one and like we're all just one piece of a bigger whole is something you can actually think about and philosophize about and kind of observe as much as you can observe philosophy. Whereas like that kind of like alien, almost Scientology-esque theory that we're a prison, that's basically what the Scientologists believe. That's there's no basis to it. Not that there's evidence to us being one piece of a greater whole, but
there is actually there's a little bit more evidence to that, what you're talking about, than to what I'm talking about. Like, I think there's a tribe in fucking Africa or something like that, that doesn't perceive individuality,
Yeah.
There's also, we were talking about in a couple other shows, there are tribes that their language doesn't even perceive individuality. Like, they don't perceive necessarily even time or certain things. It's all like they look at each other like a whole, like as one kind of thing,
Yeah.
So I think that is,
or even Jamaicans, they don't use a lot of individual pronouns. Like, they'll usually refer to themselves as we. Like if they have to leave somewhere, like, oh, we gotta go.
But it does seem interesting that there's this and I don't know if it comes from lightning and rain and just things falling from the sky, but there seem to be an interesting amount, or like meteors, there seem to be an interesting amount of like things throughout history of things falling, and then landing on Earth, and then kind of living on Earth or coming down to Earth to kind of do their will.
Yeah, there's a lot of that mythology.
Well, I mean, and it seems interesting for, seems to be such an interesting thread to be around so many different civilizations and all that, of these people that come down and give great knowledge or great kind of understanding and stuff, and I guess it could be metaphorical, but it is interesting that, and also I do, when it gets to the conspiracy thing, don't worry, we only got like fucking 12 minutes left.
I was just looking excited, like really have to pee. I'm like,
go take a leak, man. It's all good. But I'll stop right there.
End.
Yeah, give us a call, guys. We got 12 minutes left. I'll pick this up later. But what was it? It just does seem like there's a lot of I don't know. Do you believe that history is sanitized sometimes?
Yeah, but not necessarily intentionally.
Okay, I like that. We'll pick that up when you take a leak. Is history sanitized, ladies and gentlemen? Give us a call, 210-284-2552. How much does propaganda affect history? What is true history, or how we remember history? A lot of times we remember things not as they were, like the Alamo. A lot of ideas we had about the Alamo were actually not so true, and we feel like we know a lot about it because we're taught in Texas history, but we only know what we were taught. There is the other information out there, but if no one is to teach it to you, unless you seek it out yourself, a lot of times you're never going to know about it. And just because somebody else doesn't know about it, they might think that you're wrong, just because their field of knowledge, is what it is. So that is an interesting thing to kind of question, because you can have a debate with somebody and they could have different knowledge than you have, and you're not necessarily wrong. You're just uninformed. You know, you have as much information that you can go from, I guess. And then there's certain things that you just I don't know. It is weird when you feel like, oh, I got a hunch for something, and then it turns out to be right. But there's no real like check mark that you go like, oh, I had a hunch for this thing. It turned out to be wrong. I guess, you know, it has that confirmation bias to it. Let's see. Ubuntu tribe. How's their economy? Oh, is that what it was? The Ubuntu tribe? That sounds about right. I think it is, because I think Linux uses Ubuntu as the name for their operating system, and that would make sense that they would pick something like that. The Ubuntu tribe. Ubuntu. Very interesting. Man, that's how you know Warren's got a big dick. It's taking the longest piss ever heard. All right, so just pick up a little bit, because I'm also going to take a leak real quick, but I'll be back a lot quicker than you.
I had to pee.
Good, that's good. I was like, is he taking a shit up there? Which he could, but I'm just like, come on, man.
I had a venti cold brew.
You like cold brew over coffee?
I prefer hot coffee, but when it's hot, no, I'm already like, I'm jittered up. I think that's actually part of the problem. Like, I know I'm low energy, but like also just like on edge because of fucking 24 ounces of pure nitrous cold brew. No. I think the nitro, and this isn't actually nitro, but I always thought like they kind of charge it with like a gas. I know like if you get like the can, yeah, kind of honestly, because if you get the can, it says like nitro cold brew, kind of like a Guinness. There's like that little thing in the bottom of it. That
yeah, I usually thought it was like a whipped milk.
Yeah, no.
Let's see. Nitro cold brew, that's my drink. Can somebody in the chat look up what makes a nitro cold brew nitro, please? I don't want to do it. I just want to sit here and drink for 9 more minutes and talk to Warren about philosophy. So what are we talking about?
We were talking about
yeah, history being sanitized.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't you think that like governments have what would you call it? An interest, you know, to keep the population uninformed, you know?
Yeah, there is obviously interest, but it just, you know, just because they have a reason and maybe even have tried and they've been successful. I don't think it's...
Ethan Martinez says nitro gas. How the fuck does that work?
See, that's what I was trying to...
They put nitro gas in the coffee.
I guess, yeah. I think they charge it.
What's nitro? What is nitro gas? What is nitro?
Nitrous. You know,
nitrous? Nitrous oxide?
Yeah, I think like I think they charge it with whippets.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know what it does to it.
Nitro gas. Let's look it up. Nitromethane. What the fuck? All right, we got a caller. We got Ethan Martinez. He's going to explain to us nitro coffee, hopefully. 1 second. Hey, caller, you're on Bad First Impressions Live. How's it going?
Oh my gosh, my bad first impressions live right now.
Yes, you are, sir. Thank you so much.
Oh boy.
This is Ethan Martinez. Is that right?
It would be by chance. How are you, Alonzo?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. Just want to check in. I always wake up just in time for your podcast.
Beautiful, man. I'm sorry about this
waking
one.
Up. Everyone's waking up this time. It's too goddamn early.
You think so? Should I do it at 2 to 4? But that's what I'm saying. Then it just takes up all of my fucking Saturday. Then I just have like so much of my Saturday that I just, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked, but it's all good. People will learn. Ethan, first, you were the one that said that it's nitro gas. Are you just fucking with us, or is that true? I think you're just fucking with us, right? What the fuck? I'm sorry. They cut that off a Tascam. I'm sorry, man. You're back on the air. There you go. Is it really nitro gas?
Yeah. I believe it's like those little gas canisters. You know what I mean? Which, you know what I mean? The whippets. Yeah, that's good for you. That's why I like it.
Nitro coffee, also known as nitro cold brew, is a coffee that is infused with nitrogen gas, which gives it a creamy, frothy texture and a unique flavor profile. Nitrogen also reduces the bitterness of the coffee and adds a natural sweetness. Nitro coffee is often served from a keg or in cans. Nitrogen gas, but I don't think that's nitrous oxide. It's just nitrogen gas.
Yes, yeah.
Interesting.
It's a little less cool.
That's weird. Where did Ethan go? I wanted to ask him some more things. You better get the fuck back on here, motherfucker.
I I think he butt dialed us first time.
He has not been dismissed yet.
He didn't want to be part of this.
I don't give a shit. Yo, Ethan.
Please leave your message for.
Oh, I wanted to ask him about the fucking weight loss contest. Now I don't give a shit. Which is beautiful the way that it works with me like that. I cared, and now I care not. Now I care about Warren because I'm looking at Warren right now. Reminds me of his ugly cat. Just fucking, what is it? Gaunt, lanky cat. Gangly. You have a gaunt, gangly, lanky cat.
He's still a kitten. He's only 6 months.
6 months?
He's going to be big, though. He's a Maine Coon.
Is it a boy or a girl?
Boy.
I got a girl cat. We should, you're going to get yours fixed or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it because I also have a girl cat. And, he's starting to kind of attack her in more of a sexually aggressive way. So, yeah, I gotta get those balls. Yeah, he's about 6 months, so it's about that time.
What's your other cat look like?
Like this.
You got a tattoo?
Yeah, he's got one eye.
It's gray?
Yeah. Well, she's like mostly gray, but kind of torty. Like she has like some splotches.
How long have you had that one?
Like 6 years now.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. It's way easier getting the dudes fixed than the girls fixed.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just do a rubber band with the guys.
You just chew them off, like that fucking German guy. Yeah. Let's see. So you've always been a cat guy? Did you have cats when you were growing up or no?
Yeah, for a little bit. I had a couple cats growing up, but also dogs. I always grew up with animals. I definitely like cats better though. I don't know. A dog is. I've never owned a dog that was purely my own. You know, I've had family dogs, and I lived with my sister. She had a dog. But I've never had like a dog that I've personally trained, and that's like what I would want is like a dog who actually fucking listens. Like,
Oh yeah, like you've known since as a puppy and all that.
Yeah,
that'd be dope. My stepbrother has the dopest, like most chill dog. It's kind of got like kind of got boxer pit bull features, but super chill. And I like that boxer, whatever, pit bull energy, you know. So I don't even know what kind of breed it is, but it's got the big paws and all that, but just super chill, super demure. I'm like, that's the kind of dog I want. I don't want a high energy dog, you know, like fucking shit up. Like we can get excited sometimes, but you know, let's keep it chill.
Oh, that's why cats are better. Cats are.
Does your cat knock shit off the table?
All the time. Yeah.
Is it trying to talk to you? Because my cat usually does that if it's trying to get me to play with the laser pointer or like feed it or clean his litter box.
Yeah. Well, I think they both knock shit off. I think just for fun. My one cat who I've had for a while, she paws at the TV.
Ethan says, "Got to go, lads."
Yeah. Fuck you, man.
Yeah, I don't even believe that. Why the fuck even call in? That's the most. It's all good. That's
just
fine.
wanted to be heard.
Yeah, he just wanted to plug himself. I don't like that. That's. I wanted to ask how your weight loss contest was going. I commissioned a fucking music video in his honor, and this is the kind of thanks I get. This is why you can't be nice to any of these fat people. You know, they're just greedy. They always just want more and more and more. Please, sir, can I have some more? But imagine if that guy was fat.
More fat.
Please, sir, can I have some more calories in me bottom? Would you have sex with a girl with one leg, Warren?
See, what are these topics?
It was on Sopranos. Tony Soprano had sex with a chick with one leg, and I was asking my chick, like, would you? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, me too. That'd be dope. I think that'd be fun.
These types of like hypotheticals, I have a hard time engaging with them.
Why? Well, you're so fucking high. You're so fucking high and mighty. You wouldn't ever think. Oh, you'd be like, oh, maybe if I was in love with her, because you don't want to admit that you're a piece of shit that wouldn't fuck a one-legged chick.
No, but that's exactly the thing. If the only thing I know about them is they have one leg, then I mean, yeah, I would. But like, if I see a girl with one leg, is my thought going to be, I need to have sex with her? No.
Why?
I want to get to know her.
Why do you discriminate against a one-legged lady?
I'm not. What?
Every dude you see, you say the same thing. Oh, I want to have sex with that. But if you see a one-legged dude, all of a sudden you're not going to want to?
No. The point is that there's the absence of any thought towards that.
Because you don't see him as human anymore?
Exactly. That's the thing. They shouldn't be seen or heard.
No. Now Ethan has disrespected me on my own show. I'll write that down for next week. Where's my writing down paper?
Are you gonna have Ethan on?
Yeah, I think I actually do have Ethan on coming up. When do I got him on? Let me see. And also, let me see what I got my shows coming up. You plug your shows. Let me see when I got Ethan coming on.
Dude, we're gonna be on Neon Monkey tonight. The Neon Monkey Live tonight.
Zach Savadra's show.
Zach Savadra. It's gonna be a talk show. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Got the game show coming up. July 27th, tentatively. It's the last Saturday. We gotta make sure that we actually have the venue because I gotta do some repairs at the station. But probably happen. Maybe not. Who cares?
If you guys want to call in and protest that show on my behalf, I'm not going to be mad at you. So let's see. July the 20th, we got George Anthony in studio. It'd be so funny if he just did the same thing that Warren did. Let me see. And then we got Ethan Martinez in the studio on the 27th. So maybe I'll just catch up with him then. We got John Tunnel on August 3rd. These are all tentative. People could drop out. And that's what I got. That's what I got booked so far. And then tonight, if you guys want to go see me in New Braunfels, or you know anybody in New Braunfels that wants to see me, we are going to be at. Sorry, I gotta look for the fucking flyer. We're going to be at the Lone Star Lounge, Creekside, 2055 Central Plaza, number 112, New Braunfels, Texas. The show starts at 8 p.m. June 29th, 8 p.m. And no, that's the wrong flyer. It's actually tonight. It's July 13th, but it's going to be 8. I think it's going to be. You know what? Hit me up if you want to come out. It's going to be the Lone Star Lounge at the Creek and shit. It's a free show. Jimmy Lou, me, Cousin Berto, others. Those people I remember off the top of my head. Others will be there. What else you got coming up, Warren?
Let me check my. Oh, I should use this time to. Ooh, that sounds cool.
Every time Warren moves his shit, it just fucking pisses me off. That's great.
Is that coming through?
No, I don't think so. Actually, I think only me and you can hear it.
That's cool.
Ooh,
sounds like that's.
It's just the sound that Warren's fucking head makes every time. It's like the sound of his heart when it's supposed to have an emotion. Hollowness and nothing.
I've got nothing coming up. I think I have a show.
When was his weight loss contest supposed to end? That's when you should have him on. That's what chat says. I was thinking the same thing, but I don't know. I just figured I'd have him on earlier because I don't really plan things out that well, I guess. You know, in the future, next time we'll figure that out. Yeah. Any thoughts, feelings, Warren?
I think when you watch back this episode, you really be introspective and see who really fucked up.
I don't need to. We all know.
We do know.
Yeah.
We all know.
1 second. I want everybody to think about who fucked up this episode right now, all right? And I'm not trying to say who fucked up the episode. We can all just make our own decision based on our own viewing of the episode.
Yeah,
on who fucked up the episode.
You know, who's running the show, comes up with bullshit stuff.
Yeah, like booking Warren. That was the biggest bullshit I came up with today. That was the only show prep that I failed on, was booking Warren. I should have booked.
It's the only show prep you did.
What are you talking about? I have topics. I had all kinds of topics, but Warren's like, nope, never heard of that. Nope, never heard of that. Nope, don't have an opinion on that.
And then when I ask a question, it's like, oh, I don't know. Let me read the article for the first time. You know?
Yeah, we're reacting to it like naturally. We're having a reaction to the news that we're both getting, and your reaction is, nope, never heard of that. I'm like, the thing that I'm talking about right now? Nope, don't really care. You know, I'm just so detached from the topics that you presented.
I was attached. We kind of went into the suicide laws. This should have been the show. This right here should have been the show. Silence for 2 hours.
Nine a winner. Pay the front line, take the don'ts. He's coming out again for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. 4-4's the point, mark 4. Ace, deuce, scraps, wants 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 4. Ace, deuce, ace, deuce, scrap, want 4. Scrap, want 4. Who wants the hard 4? 5 wants 4.
Check me out, y'all.
9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 4, and he made it the hard way. Pay the front line, take the hard. You have a shooter and a good one. Coming out for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. He's a rolling point is 9. Place 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. He's a rolling point is 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. Who wants to come? 6 to point.
Check me out, y'all.
9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets. Place your bets. Who wants to come? 6 to point. Who wants to come? 6 to point. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
So funky. So funky. Check me out, y'all.
8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. He's a rolling point is 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. Who wants to come? Place 6.
So funky. So funky.
Coming out again for a new point.
So funky.
Bets down, ladies and gentlemen. Who wants the hard 4?
So funky.
5 wants 4.
Check me out, y'all.
4 4's the point, mark 4.
So funky.
Ace, deuce, scraps, want 4. Ace, deuce, deuce.
So funky.
Scraps, want 1. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Got a hot hand. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Got a hot hand. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Who wants to come?
Check me out, y'all.
9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets. Place your bets. Pay the front line, take the don'ts. He's coming out again for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. 4 4's the point, mark 4. Ace, deuce, deuce. Who wants to come? 6 to point. Who wants to come? 6 to point. Who wants to come? 6 to point. Play 6.
That's all, folks.